action. Moldova, the big favourites both tonight and beyond. They're the home side here, and Andorra, who are the lowest ranked nation in the trio. This is first against third right now, and by the end of this evening, this group will have reached half-time. High expectations for Moldova, that's for sure. Only heightened by an excellent effort to qualify for the European Championships during the course of 2023. More on that shortly, but more of that is what the home support are now expecting, because their team have raised the bar, and in turn they've raised the local expectation with it. There were 2 home games in Chisinau for these home fans last month. The opening night brought a victory over Malta, the other team in this group. And it was followed by a much-changed side winning by a single goal to nil against San Marino in a friendly. Andorra, who play in red tonight, were themselves beaten by 1 single goal to nil on their opening night by Malta. But it was tight, and they were pretty competitive. Moldova really caught the eye last year. The fans hoping their team can build on a real breakout European Championship qualifying campaign when they came impressively close to becoming the lowest ranked nation ever to qualify for any major tournament. They were ranked 171 in the world when they took on Poland in this stadium back in June of last year. And they were also 2 goals down within half an hour. And yet they came back to rock this stadium with a 3-2 victory in the final moments. They actually took 4 points out of 6 against Poland to really shake things up in Group E. They were outsiders, but in contention to qualify for the playoffs right up to the final set of games. They did just, but only just, fall short in the end. It would have been a first ever tournament place for this relatively small nation. We've got an even smaller nation as guests tonight, but even for Moldova to have got close was rightly seen as a great achievement, and they brought that feeling into this new Nations League adventure for sure. Before a ball was kicked in the group, they were an understandable favourite to finish top and gain promotion, and that prognosis has not changed. 2 small groups in League D. The 2 group winners will get that promotion. Moldova well placed for it. The 2 runners-up will play off for a further place. The 4th edition of UEFA's all-inclusive and still relatively young competition continues across Europe this week and next. Our focus here falls on Group 2 of League D, and its latest action comes from Chisinau, with Moldova taking on Andorra. Just 4 matches for these 2, and for Malta, who make up the group. So they're not playing this evening. All 3 nations playing each other home and away over the course of these autumn international windows. Favourites Moldova here, very much on the up. They won their group opener last month against the Maltese, who themselves then beat Andorra. So we have first against third here, and after these 90 minutes, all 3 nations will have played twice. Before we get into the action, we will have the national anthems. In this group so far, we've seen Moldova beat Malta 2-0, and then Malta beat Andorra 1-0. Those matches will have their reverse fixtures next month to wrap up the group. Here's the team news for tonight. The all-time Moldovan top scorer, Ion Niculescu, was called up despite a minor injury. He hasn't made it tonight, not even for the bench, so Vitali Damashkan starts up front instead. Otherwise, the hosts are as expected, with Baboglu available again in their defence. Ionica is the local favourite. You can expect him and the busy wing-back Reabciuk to cause Andorra big problems on that left side. It is, in theory, a 3 or a 5-man defence, but tonight I think everyone will be expecting those wing-backs to be high and wide at all possible opportunity. Our officials tonight are from Serbia. Over there in the traditional yellow home kit, captained by Vadim Ratsa, closing on 50 caps. Milos Milanovic has the cards and the whistle tonight. Vadim Ratsa meeting Mark Wallace there.
Green, you choose the ball.
Plenty in the middle of the park tonight.
Choose the pitch.
That's nearly at 50 caps. Mark Vallis nearly at 100. There is the team he leads this evening. There are a few Andorran changes here from coach Coldo Alvarez, but not in goal, where his son, Iker, continues. Restart in midfield for João Teixeira, while the experienced duo Alex Martinez and Marc Garcia return to the 11. Far younger and less experienced up top there, Berto Rosas of Real Betis. He's their main hope of a first goal in this group. Overall, they've gone 9 hours without one. Iker Alvarez expecting a typically busy evening. Here we go then, top versus bottom in Group 2 of League D. Game 2 for both. Moldova aiming for 6 points out of 6. And a false start already. Andorra kicking off, hoping for a first point and indeed a first goal. 4-game winning run in the UEFA Nations League for Moldova began with a 2-1 victory over Andorra in June of 2 years ago. 2 penalties doing the job, but it was tight. Just missed out on promotion that time around, only by a goal difference. Yeah. Favourites not just in this section, but across both Group D leagues, if you like to be the standout name. Top of this threesome gets automatic promotion. Top of the other one too, that's got Gibraltar, Liechtenstein and San Marino in it. And then the 2 runners up in each group will play off. This is Ionica, winning the game's first corner a minute into it. This is where he started his career a long time ago now, into Ionica. There's Coldo Alvarez, the long-serving Andorra coach. In charge since 2010, the year he stopped playing for the national side. Captain Vadim Ratsa with the Moldovan corner, and it's a short one. Reabciuk fizzing the ball back. First shot of the game is wide from Nikita Motspan. Moldovan coach Sergei Klashenko. He Used to play here too, once upon a long ago, for Zimbru. Across 3 spells, nearly 300 appearances. He was the club's coach as well 10 years ago. The Moldovan coach, so nearly the first to take them into a tournament.
Andorra frustrated Malta. They were decent until almost the last kick. First half of their opening group match when Malta scored right on half-time. That 1-0 was enough. So Malta will be watching on, hoping and probably presuming that Moldova will do them a favour here. Nicely done by Berto Rosas, who had their best chance in that game. It's a one-on-one save by Henry Bonello. He's had Andorra's first shot here. Only 22. 4 goals in 17 caps before this. For Andorra, that's a seriously good ratio. And he is the young forward in whom there is much hope. Just had your first glimpse of him there. Reabchuk here, the left wing back, who play more like a left winger. Mogsban. That's out his pocket picked. Didn't see that one coming. Sharply done. High squeeze, high pressure. Oliveira in to do the defending. Christian Garcia closed down by Jonitsa. Didn't have a club on his return to the international fold last month. He's got one now. He's in 3rd division of Italian football with Lecco. We've re-signed him. Garcia on Damashkan. Damashkan hoping to take advantage of a rare start up top because Ion Nicolescu, seriously popular and seriously good, missing for once. Bearded Moises San Nicolas with that throw there, has flicked from left back to right back tonight. A little bit of a reshuffle. Servos coming to do the closing down on Krachoun. Great long ball from him to Jonitsa. Nice little flip and a very important challenge coming in. Teixeira had to get that one right, and he did. Solid from Mudrak, cross on the cover. just the UEFA Nations League. Moldova have been winning well in form for them. Their level, really good. 2 defeats in the last 9 competitive games, away to Albania, who qualified for the Euros ahead of them, and in Czechia on the final match day. Absolutely no disgrace in that. That was the group they so nearly got through. Foul on Damascan. Max Llovera with it. And again, fairly dotted around these Moldovan players in terms of where they play their league football. He's in Poland. A lot of caps. Would you serve Andorra? Huge amount of international matches played between the players there. That's a little on the soft side, and just in the nick of time, Alvarez was there. Just a little casual. Mark Garcia. And Servos was the meat in the Moldovan sandwich. Servos beaten to it by Platica. The younger of the brothers, who plays frequently for Moldova. Older brother Mihai not in this squad, got an injury at the moment. Platica, right wing back. Reabchuk there, left wing back. Thumped in the direction of captain Mark Vallis. Calmly done by Platica. Rare touch there for Kaimakov. There he is. Mikhail Kaimakov. 2 goals for his country. The first was a penalty against Andorra when this winning Nations League streak began. And the second was last month in the opener in this group against Malta. It was a perfect free kick. Gave them left off in this stadium. They were much the better side, really. Penalty right on half-time gave them the comfortable cushion. Maybe something for Dimitri Cheliadnik to do here. The Moldovan keeper waits his first touch with his gloves anyway. Andorra have a corner. The kind of chances you feel they'll have to make count if they're to get anything tonight. Juan Servos is going to take it. Mark Vallis seemed to put it behind. Referee certainly thought so. Valles hoping for another corner. It's not coming. Did Cratchit get a piece of it? Not sure that he did. Points for effort for the skipper, but no corner. No doubt who's in charge of this game. Milos Milanovic. Sharp so far. Well played. Ratzer urged to shoot, and he does. Out by Oliveira. Just when Kaimakov was eyeing up another spectacular effort. Time as national coach, Coldo Alvarez there. 10 wins, 19 draws, 93 losses. 78 caps himself for Andorra. The Nations League has brought them some respite from the defeats. They've lost 9 of their previous games in the UEFA Nations League, and this is their 20th match, so clearly it's a much nicer ratio. Another foul, another free kick. It's been a little bit bitty so far, this one. Alex Martinez plays for the title holders, Santa Coloma, getting a rare touch before being caught. Fairly quiet, fairly low-key so far. Andorra will be pleased enough with that. Mark Garcia with the ball in his hands here. Berto Rosas trying to get back on the end of that one too. Nearly. Vadim Ratzer. Servos. That's curled out of play. And those are the moments Moldova will be waiting for tonight, because Andorra aren't going to spend a great deal of time in their half. So when they do, if they can pinch it and go, it'll certainly be their best chance of space. For Andorra, they would have been. Valles in with the challenge to help win it back. Mark Garcia forward. Servos looked like he was caught, but there's a good advantage played here by referee Milanovic. Could have blown there as well. Foul count rising, even though we didn't hear the whistle for either of those, because Andorra kept it. Here's Mark Garcia. Jonitsa back to Baboglu. Nicely done by Ratsa. Damashkan, an ambitious pass that found its target, Reabchuk. Jonitsa. Here's Baboglu again. He's very quickly become very popular. He played 12 times, having been an under-21 international for Ukraine up until that level. Baboglu's won it here with typical strength. Scorer of one of Moldova's most famous ever goals. Game here against Poland in Euro qualifying when they were 2 down. He scored a 3-2 winner with 5 minutes to go. He'd only made his debut having switched from Ukraine the week before. And he also scored a late equaliser against Albania to keep that Euro dream alive a couple of games later. Quiet start, apart from those two, for Vladislav Baboglu. He hasn't had a lot of defending to do so far here. Reabchuk with the throw into Jonitsa. Reabchuk, great pass, lovely touch. What a goal this would be. Really good, as Kaimakov teed up Platika. That's the right wing back who's ended up as centre forward here. Look at this, sharp football from Moldova. Best move of the game by a distance. Shame about the finish. Hasn't scored yet. He's closing on 50 caps. It's not really his job. But that was sweet. Something to get the home fans going. The quicker they move it, more holes they'll find. Looking for that big switch in the run of Reabchuk a lot. He's been found by Jonitsa. You're seeing that combo growing as the game goes on. Valles in the way of the Jonitsa ball in. He's up to win it straight back though. Kaimakov looking for the free kick, not looking very hard and not really appealing for it. Nicely done by Krachun. Just feel like Moldova are upping the pressure a little here. Something beginning to build. Jonitsa. Deep cross. And a good one. Brilliant header off the bar. Drilled to the far post. Modspan was close. Not sure if the initial effort or the follow-up was why the offside flag went up. Alvarez was beaten after Modspan really made that his. Couple of scares now for the Andorran defence. Clearly they're not used to keeping clean sheets. Their last was a year ago in a 0-0 draw against Belarus. And obviously they'll measure their success in seriously relative terms. But generally speaking, they do not get thrashed these days. The last couple of years, Romania got 4, Spain got 5, but generally, even when they do lose, a lot of them are just by 1 or maximum 2 goals. Yeah, he was offside, wasn't he, Motspan? Didn't know that at the time, nor did the defenders or attackers trying to follow it in. Wouldn't have counted. And we have Momcilo Markovic, the Serbian, on VAR duty if needed. That looked on target when Martinez hit it. Here's Servos. Another foul halfway through the first half. Haven't seen a card yet. We do have 4 players involved tonight, 3 out there right now for whom a caution would mean suspension when the next games come. For Moldova, that's in Malta on Sunday. Obviously, that means Andorra can't play because there's only 3 nations in it. Their next game is against Moldova again in November in the Pyrenees. Mudrak to Baboglu. Nicely done by Kaimakov. Motspan knows where he wanted to hit that. Looking for that run of Reabchuk quite a lot, and I think Andorra have spotted it early and they're getting across on the cover pretty swiftly. Jonitsa's just flipped flanks for now. Now Platica. The right wing-back will stay up on throw-in duty. Well, they didn't get the first one. Though I think Kaimakov expected the whistle to go, but they did get the free kick for that. Tug from Max Oliveira. They're getting used to good results here, like they never have before. Played 8 times in the last 2 years here, and they've lost only the second most recent of them, a friendly against Ukraine. Kaimakov delivers, and that's really dangerous. Cleared amongst the thrashing legs, and the break is on. The pass needed to be better, and that is going to be a free kick for Andorra, and the most blatant of yellow cards. No doubt about that one. Nikita Motspan with a late challenge. As Alex Martinez went to release Berto Rosas, we'll never know. He knew the challenge was coming. He didn't even stop and look, Motspan. Deemed that a tackle that he just had to make in case. And that means that he will be suspended for the Malta game on Sunday. He's one of the 3 out there for whom that was a factor tonight. There's a 4th on the Andorran bench. Same applies to Damashkan up front for Moldova tonight if he's yellow carded. And for Berto Rosas, good header on. Oliveira up from the back with a really dangerous steer. The danger remains, or at least it did, just too far. Cleared by Reabchuk. Well, yes, Moldova look more likely, but it's not all one way. Now, what exactly has made that happen? Baboglu is down. It's a slightly swinging arm from Rosas, albeit I'm not sure it was in the face, but anyway, if he gets booked, he'll miss the return game as well. And the cards are out. There was some holding from Baboglu. One there, no more of that. So Berta Rosas won't play Moldova next month. And Baboglu's return to the side brings a caution. Keep an eye on those two. Needless from both of them, really. Moises San Nicolas, one of the many Santa Coloma players in this Andorran side. There are two Santa Coloma clubs, both well represented. Rosas was the target. Andorra have another corner. Pretty even game. Just flexing a little bit of muscle, Andorra, and making it a more even contest for that. Still nothing for Dimitri Cheliadnik to do. Finds Servos to deliver again as we approach the half hour in Chisinau. In charge on the corner count, Andorra. Servos towards the back of the box where Martinez is waiting. Directing the traffic is Marc Valles, and in from Max Lovera. Wouldn't quite sit for the shot, but that's a good ball in, and plenty of bodies in red in there. But the counter-attack is on now, onside. Kaimakov, and still, he's all on his own, but help is arriving. Ionita drills Moldova in front. There's the moment they've been waiting for on the counter-attack. There couldn't be a more popular scorer, and didn't he finish it well? A nearly moment for Andorra at one end, and a cracking finish for Moldova at the other. Hats off to Mihail Kaimakov, because he had to wait, and then he waited the pass so well. That's a clean, true, head-down finish from Artur Ionita. His youth career, played in this stadium for Zimbru coming through. 74 caps later, he has only his 5th goal. Sweetly hit. Moldova on course for 6 points out of 6, but still an hour to play. I mentioned those Andorran shirts that were forward. Oh, what a pass that is! Alvarez couldn't take the chance. Excellent bearings from the Andorran keeper there. Actually, it wouldn't have counted. Damashkan was offside, or at least flagged as such. And that would have needed some checking. And Christian Garcia might have been a boot that made that call tighter than it was. Platica. Novera getting it back from Moisan Nicolas. Nine and a half hours without a goal now for Andorra, and they need one. 5 straight defeats without scoring. Their last goal was 5 minutes into a friendly against South Africa. Game they actually drew. Last time they scored was also the last time they didn't lose. Their last UEFA Nations League outing was easily their best, which tells you that the model is working. Beat Liechtenstein twice. Drew 0-0 against Moldova. And only lost 2-1 here to those 2 penalties. Behind here, half an hour into a good goal on the counter. You can't blame them for throwing the men forward when they get the set pieces. But equally, that's always going to present Moldova with the best chance of having some space. Didn't they make good use of it? Really good from Kaimakov and Jonitsa. In charge for more than 3 years now, Sergei Klishenko. He has the best numbers of any of the 20 full-time coaches all-time for Moldova. 10 wins, 7 draws from the 28 games before this one, and only losing 11 for a nation of their size. It's an excellent ratio. And they're getting used to wins here, young and old. Nicely worked. De Silva Teixeira then doesn't make anything of it. A lot of chasing from him, that Andorran midfield, and very few touches on the ball. Platica here is seeing plenty of it. Krachun. Platica going long. Excellent flick from Jamashkan. No one up with him. Jonitsa now putting the pressure on. Kaimakov trying to give Max Jovera a problem, didn't he do well? That's a blatant foul on Berto Rosas. Plays in the 3rd tier of Spanish football with the B team of Real Betis, Berto Rosas. There's a couple in this squad in a similar regard. Ike Alvarez, the keeper, plays for Villarreal B. Most of them play either down the divisions in Catalonia or within the Andorran League. They are UEFA's 5th smallest nation, following the admission of Gibraltar. Here's Jonitsa, the goal scorer, looking for another Hollywood ball. Too much on it this time. Ratz's head was the first on it. And then he's there again, tenacious as ever to win the challenge. The referee was right there to see Max Llobera doing that. Nicely done by Modrak. He plays for Petrokub here in Moldova, who are in UEFA competition, group stage competition. Making a bit of club history this term. Made their conference bout the other night, and were in front for a bit before losing 4-1 to Paphos of Cyprus. Deep cross, but nobody's back there. No one in a red shirt anyway. Platika taking no chances. Rosas is going to need some help, or a foul, or a bit of magic, or something. Well, it was help, as it turned out, but not for long. You can see Kaimakov primed for another counter. Damashkan up there, hoping to be with him. Watch Andorra get back in a hurry now. He's going to have to behave himself. He's one of those who've already been carded. Just worked with the boots so far for Dimitri Chelyadnik. He's the keeper for Sheriff, who are up at the top again, domestically in Moldova. 8 points clear already. The Sheriff. Ratza. Just on the stretch, misplaced his pass. Home fans banging the drum again with a couple of minutes to go to half-time. Nearly halfway to 5 straight Nations League wins. Of the 6 nations in the 2 groups in League D, they are the standout name. The other 5 far closer to one another. Well, we've had to hear his whistle a fair bit tonight, because there's been a lot of these kind of 50-50 challenges, and Mark Vallis has been involved in plenty of them. Kaimakov. Assessing options. Out by Valles. Baboglu will go chase. Here's Ratza. Damashkan out wide. Awkward slice, that'll be a corner. It's done quite well to make it go in that direction. Kaimakov. Good whip on that corner. So nearly got the near post flick. I presume he was going for. Out by Moisan Nicolas. Via a deflection. And Andorra can get up. We're into the final minute of the normal 45. Ratzer again. You can see why he's captain. That midfield engine. One of those players where you constantly wonder how he keeps being in different places on the pitch at seemingly the same time. Serious industry to get around the turf. Flick was well won by Martinez. Chance to cross here for Berto Rosas. He'll let it run. We're into the one and only added minute, and Andorra have another corner which presents them with an opportunity, but in turn might present Moldova with another opportunity. If they're quick enough. As he has been all night, Juan Servos, earning his 60th cap. Needs to get this one a little more airborne. Once we've had a chat between Ian Oliveira and Sergio Platica. Now they make their move. He's gone for that near post again, and he hasn't found a red shirt again. It's clearly the plan, unless he's just accidentally under-hitting it every time, Juan Servos. He's had a fair bit of practice from that corner quadrant. Maybe he needs a bit more. Moisan Nicolas. It's going to have to be very, very quick. Half-time whistle coming any second now. And there it is. Moldova took a little while to warm up. They've not been all over Andorra, but they do have a lead. And Dimitri Chelyadnik warming up, had very little to do in that first half. A heavy favourite for yet another clean sheet. They are getting so strong, Moldova, especially at home. And the record is excellent. And they will be kicking off this second half in a really good position. Not quite yet a super comfortable one to put themselves clear at the top in Group 2 of League D. Moldova do go on to take the points here, they will be 3 points clear of Malta, having played the same amount of games of them, and the two meet in Malta on Sunday evening. And they'll have a chance to put themselves in an unassailable position at the top of the section. No changes from either coach at the half-time interval. Baboglu to Chelyadnik. Seems to be the main man with the gloves now. It's only his 8th cap this, but he's become first choice. Oliveira, a teenager. I think there's a bit of slip on that because it was more up than in. When Andorra started with everyone else in 2018-19 and the beginning of the UEFA Nations League, they got 4 points from 4 draws and lost their other 2 games. A couple of draws and 4 defeats the next time round. And 2 years ago, their best showing yet, with a couple of victories and a draw, which was at home in the Pyrenees against Moldova. Fair few remain from both sides. Servos wins Andorra the throw here. See if he can get the long hurl right this time. The baby of the squad, but a regular already now. And he has walloped that into the home fans behind that goal. Aldo Alvarez was a goalkeeper, as I mentioned earlier. All helpful for his son, who's between the posts at the other end. Klishenko there used to be the record international goal scorer for Moldova with 11. Has since been overtaken by Ion Nicolaescu. If they have a star player, he is it. I mentioned at the top of the game that he was called up, but not fit to feature tonight. Nicolaescu just missed the last couple of games for Heerenveen in the Netherlands. He's scored 3 times this season already. Nicolaescu has gone on to 15 in total to take Klishenko's record. He's approaching 50 caps, but 10 of those goals have come in the last 20 internationals, so he's seriously in form. That's a dangerous ball from Rosas. Problem is, it needed him in the middle to finish it off. Servos was doing his best to catch up and get there. Quite a lot going on there without the ball being touched. Baboglu. Christian Garcia. Jonitsa got a little piece of that. Motspan pushed over. Cheap shot. And a free kick in a decent position. Never going to win that fairly from there, Ian Oliveira. Too far out for Klimacov to have a hit. What a hit. Produced in that game against Monta last month. He's looking for Baboglu, his big defender around the back here, cleared by Valles. Baboglu, did he keep it in? He did not, and Alvarez trying to get on with it. Good flick from Berto Rosas, and Alex Martinez is going to get there. Nicely done. Ratzer was caught as he released it, and the referee just waited a moment to see, and Moisan Nicolas is going to be cautioned. Good advantage played there, and then there was none very quickly, hence the free kick comes. Yeah, he's late. So Nicolas. 2 cautions each. And a rare stoppage in terms of treatment. It might be the first we've seen. This is the goal. Klimacov just waiting for Jonitsa to arrive. Very neatly steered into that corner. I mentioned he started out as a kid at this club, Zimbru. Made his debut for Moldova in 2009 in a World Cup qualifier against the Swiss. 15 years later, still going. Still 26 caps behind Alex Ciprianu, who retired after he played 100 times exactly for Moldova. actually seen quite as much of Oleg Reabchuk there, bombing up the left as he normally does. He's normally relentless. Just hoisted that one up in the air. Good touch, Jonitsa into Motspan. There is Reabchuk trying to clip it into the path of Kaimakov. Back in by Ratsa. Good header, Damasjan. Kaimakov again makes the room. Tried to feed in a clever little pass for the run of Motspan. That was a really difficult pass to pull off. Just trying to thread it through the tiniest of gaps here. Looked well set for the shot. Slightly surprised he didn't take it on. Lovely idea. Would have been a very pretty goal. Not quite in the comfort zone yet. Moldova, here is Kaimakov. Platika had kept on going. That pass was on. What he played was less so and inaccurate. Maybe a chance for Andorra on the counter here. Alex Martinez, a willing runner so far. Pass Krachiun. Didn't get his toe in. Alex Martinez, another of the Coloma crew, the reigning champions. Krachiun played it off, Martinez. Keeper couldn't be sure and did well. Damashkan from a near impossible angle, going for something truly spectacular. He's not really had a sight of goal tonight. I'm not even sure if we'd count this as one, but he has scored 5 times for Moldova, including a couple in each of the March friendlies of this year, but he will play no further part because Virgilio Postolaki is going to replace him, looking for his first international goal.